Hello, Big Hella Beer Reviews here. Yeah, now this is going to be my very first other video apart from a review. Not really sure how this is going to go. You might not even see this video. We'll see. Now this is something. It's like a community thing. I almost want to say it's like a beer community thing for people on Facebook groups, people on YouTube. Most of my I think most of my subscribers are from Beer Drinkers United, which is a Facebook group run by two guys. I believe it's Tom Shipman, hello dude, and another guy, I think his name's Steve Reinach, not 100% sure. I'll leave a link in the crotch bar as per usual. Fuck. Haha. Well, that was clever, wasn't it? I'm going to leave that in. Yeah, basically, beer chat. Anything. I'm going to try and keep it beer related. Maybe. Depends what sort of topics come to mind. As I said, this is a little bit of a pilot. So yeah, let's get stuck in. Now today is basically let me just explain a little bit what I'm going to be doing. Let me just move this camera a tiny bit. There we go. Right, basically what I'm going to be doing is I'm just going to be sitting here drinking a beer. I'm not going to review it. I'm just going to sit, drink a beer. Might not drink the whole thing. Might drink the whole thing. I might drink a couple of beers. It might be a long video, it might be a short video, who knows. I'm going to attempt to keep it beer related. Don't worry, I won't be getting into anything. I'm going to make sure that I stay away from politics, events like, whatever's going on in the Middle East. I'm going to steer clear of all of that. I'm going to try and keep it, very informal, low-key, just a bit of a laugh really. And right, today my subject is how did you get into real ale? And I'm going to start by cracking open the beer before I sort of start talking shit. Today I'm drinking a bottle of Hobgoblin by Witchwood. Nick, why are you drinking a bottle of Hobgoblin? Well, because, there we go, nice little crown. It's all good, don't know if that's focused. Don't care if it's not. Nick, why are you drinking a bottle of Hobgoblin? Well, because this is how I got into real ale. See what I mean from my last video? I can't pour a pint, not a pint, okay, it's a 500ml bottle from a bottle into a glass. I can't do it. I am absolutely hopeless. Yeah, why am I and I've just made a fucking mess all over the table. You can just about see that there. Lovely. Looks like a pint served up in the crappy pub. Yeah, basically, my first experience of ale. Now, Hobgoblin has got a lot to play in me liking real ale. I guess probably from about the age of 18, 19. I've been I'd been drinking probably since about the age of 14. Stealing, having a few mouthfuls of, my dad's beer, or, and I hate to admit this, I used to drink Alka-Pops, or I believe as they call them in America, wine coolers. Yes, I know, very embarrassing, but at the time, I didn't really like alcohol. Couldn't stand the taste, especially of beer. So yeah, Alka-Pops, WKD Blue, that sort of thing, that I could get a bit squiffy and it tastes nice. By the time I sort of got to about 16, I got heavily into Jack Daniels. I absolutely loved my Jack Daniels, and I still really do. But yeah, so I sort of got to like legal drinking age, going down the pub, drinking go on, make a mess, go on, drinking fizzy piss. Stella Artois was my poison. Interestingly enough, Can't actually drink that anymore. I know a lot. Obviously, it's got the connotations of wife beater. It doesn't make me overly aggressive when I drink it. However, the next day, oh god, I have to admit, about a year ago, fuck, I've made a mess. Shit happens. About a year ago, a mate's party, we had a barbecue, and all that was on offer was Stella. So I drank a crate of Stella to myself. Didn't actually have a hangover, but what I did have was an absolutely vile temper the next day. I was in such a shit mood. But yeah, I digress. That's actually, haven't had this for a very long time. Lovely stuff. Lovely stuff. Yeah, so I guess I was about 18 or 19, and my music tastes sort of dictated like my lifestyle, as a lot of kids do around that time. I was heavily into heavy metal. I still am. Back then I would consider myself, a metalhead. I've always had a shaved head as well, so I've never sort of really fitted into the metal community, especially around here. Everyone's long hair. Rah! Whatever. I don't, it's whatever. But yeah, so obviously I've got into, like, quite dark gothic imagery. Drinking a lot of lot of shitty beer, Stella, Foster's, Carlsberg. Anyway, I'm out in Sainsbury's looking for some beer, and I'm looking at sort of like looking at the ales, and I spot a couple of like nice looking labels. I've never properly drunk ale. I used to drink back in the old times when Moreland was Moreland. Used to drink the old speckled hen. I used to have like a tiny little bit in a glass when I was about 5 or 6, and that was a fantastic beer back in the day. Again, I digress. Yeah, so obviously I'm into all the gothic imagery and such, and I came across Hobgoblin. Now I'm also I do collect Witchwood bottles. Every time a new one comes out, whether the beer is shit or not, I will still go out and I'll still buy it. Hobgoblin, I have a hell of a lot of Hobgoblin bottles from, I guess, like the last 7 or 8 years. I've got everything, including not the early incantations of the Hobgoblin, but this is the original artwork. The Hobgoblin himself used to have a sword in his hand, not an axe, interestingly enough. But yeah, that's the. I hope that's focused in. That was the old artwork. I've lost count of the amount of bottles I've got. They're strewn all over the place. I have a couple of others as well. I've got a couple of favourites, which is this one, Hobgoblin with a black and white Union Jack in the background. Well, black, white, and red faded. It was from a campaign from them promoting British beer. Lovely. And obviously, as some of you may know, they are known as the unofficial beer of Halloween. And this is another favourite of mine. Lots and lots of nice detail on that one. Anyway, yeah, back to Hobgoblin. I picked up a bottle of this actually when I was in Waitrose. Why, you ask? Have a look at this. This is pretty bitchin'. The Hobgoblin's got a Flying V guitar. Possibly a Gibson. Possibly. But yeah. So I was, 18, 19, metalhead. And so I saw, oh yeah, the Hobgoblin, man. Yeah, dude, this is sweet. Picked up a couple of bottles of it, took it home, cranked some music out, chilled out. I say chill out, metalheads chill out, they headbang. I'm enjoying. I've cracked one open, knocked it right back. Didn't really take too much notice. The second bottle I got into, bloody hell. It was just like that. I was spellbound by this stuff. And that is my I'm just distracted by the drink. Yeah, and that was my introduction to real ale, Hobgoblin. And I've never looked back since. Not saying that I haven't, you know, it's only been, I would say, in the last 2 or 3 years where I have literally not drunk or tried to avoid drinking, you know, macro lagers. You know, and it's been the last, I would say, year, thanks to discovering, you know, beer reviews on YouTube, that I've discovered, excuse me, my, you know, different types of, you know, beer, the ones that I actually like. I mean, a lot of you from Beer Drinkers United will know I'm heavily into my IPAs, pale ales, goldens, but yeah, I mean that's what I like. Slowly getting into stouts and porters, but yeah, Hobgoblin. Thank you, Witchwood, for getting me into real ale. Yeah, some of their beers, they suck. What can you do? But yeah, never look back. Thanks to Hobgoblin. It's a fantastic ale, and British people, it's going to be highly unlikely, but if you have not tried Hobgoblin, go and buy some. You are missing out big time. I mean, having my palate is a little bit more refined than it was before, and it's I'm really picking up the caramel. It's fantastic. It's fantastic. I love it. I think I'm actually going to start drinking this a lot more now. Definitely. Yeah, so basically the idea of this whole thing was a bit of a pilot, and what I want people to do, if you can, please, you know, make a video, add it to this as a video response, you know, leave comments. I'm just trying to get a bit of community going. I know a lot of the guys, they have Google Plus chats, don't actually have a webcam, only have this crappy camera. Can't bring it up as webcam, but yeah, just trying to get a little bit of fun going, a little bit of community. But yeah, please feel free to make a video response. Tell me and tell everybody else if you can remember how you got into real ale, what your early experiences were like, all kinds of stuff like that. Video responses, please leave comments as well. Yeah, that's the idea. I think I'm going to call this section Beer Chat. Can't say much more than that. I'm now going to go and finish the rest of my Hobgoblin. I know this was a bit of a sloppy video. Anyway, yeah, thanks for joining me, and yeah, let's see if we can make this a little bit more of a regular thing. Perhaps, guys, go and make your own beer chat as well. Let's get it all going. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you didn't sort of get too bored by my inane rambling, all that bullshit. I'm gonna basically, I do apologise if any of you are offended by my language. I do swear a lot. I try to keep it out of my reviews as much as I can. This, I'm just gonna let loose. I'm going to swear, I'm going to burp, fart, probably won't puke, won't cry, might sneeze. But yeah, anyway, yeah, get making some video responses. Please feel free to make your own beer chat, get everybody involved, share videos on Facebook, Twitter, whatever, show your mum, show your dad, show your nan, get people involved. Just a bit of fun. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to go drink my beer. Yeah, cool.